Was I sleeping on this?
Sinatra shot you, goddamn you. Is this what you want?
Logic.
Hey guys, I'm Dr. Pepper Guy, and today I'm going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the new Dragon Ball game which is coming out next year, February 17th. I know it's another turn-study game, I already made a rant about it, let's move on. So basically, this video exists for two reasons. One of them being, three reasons actually. One of them being, I've seen a fair number of people looking forward for this game, or be excited for this game, logical people, that too. And number two is that, the squad has been doing their fair share of anime stuff, and anime gaming stuff, and I'm out there, like I talk about the so doing my own thing. So basically, seeing those number of people be excited or looking forward for this game, that made me question myself, be like, okay, was I sleeping on this? So basically, I made this video to answer my question and also give my opinions on the game, researching from all this, gameplay stuff and trailers, right? So let's just get on with it. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is pretty much the game, Dragon Ball game made by CyberConnect 2, who also made the Naruto Ultimate just Storm games, and it's a sandbox RPG. And before I give my opinions on it, I just want to get the little things out of the way. First of all, being the cover art, which is surprisingly controversial. Why is this controversial? I mean, I get why people might not like it. It might feel lazy. Personally, I think it looks nice because of the Nimbus, mostly because of Nimbus, and I feel like it isn't the greatest. It is a downgrade compared to previous Dragon Ball games, but I don't think it's just that bad, and it doesn't need to have a good cover art to be a good game, right? And also the cover art, people are so enraged by this, like the deadass don't want to buy the game because of that, which in my opinion is just dumb. I mean, one, you are buying the game, paying $60 to play the game, not to look at its cover art. Number two, it's 2019, my guy. Later it'll be 2020 by the game will come out. You can get it digitally if you don't like the cover art. Number three, if it's sold separately, you can get the steel box, or you can get the collector's edition, which does look pretty fire. But where is this energy with Spider-Man and Mortal Kombat 11's cover art? With Spider-Man, I've seen only 5 people complain about it. With Mortal Kombat, I've seen 0. But this, people are starting to fucking riot over it. Like, what? That's my thoughts on it. Next is, I always want to compliment the art style, bro. The art style of this game is just so clean and so visually pleasing. I just really like it. Because, I mean, also, it's not a big thing, especially since previous Dragon Ball games did have a great art style, even Xenoverse, and also, especially Fighters, right? But I just wanted to compliment it because looking at how the characters move and all the movements, it just looks really nice. And also, looking at the combat animations, shit just blesses my eyes, bro. And also, it does feel like the essence of Dragon Ball converted into the video game medium. And it does feel like, okay, if Dragon Ball was a video game in the first place, this is genuinely how it would look like aesthetically. And I just really love the art style of this game, and I really like how it looks. So moving on from the art style of it, one thing, I want to give clarity. Why was I sleeping on this? Well, one reason was because it was a retelling of the Dragon Ball Z story. The third reason why this video exists is because Glide made a video on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Great guy, great content, and he pretty much made a good point, saying how many superhero remake movies have you watched and how many Naruto games have you played if you are so exhausted with the story of Dragon Ball Z. And that is a good point, but however, I generally feel like the number of superhero remake movies I've watched is equal to the number of times I've rewatched Dragon Ball Z, rewatched all these great moments, and also commented them in the manga, or just experience them in video games, right? The Dragon Ball side is a lot more number of times. You'll definitely hit an exhaust point. Yeah, you'll definitely hit the exhaust button at a point. Xenoverse, what kept it fresh was pretty much your OC traveling through time. That's the catch that made it kind of fresh. But this is just another retelling, which made me just not so excited. And number two is, can you blame me? Anime games as of late have just been low quality, are just dull. And besides Dragon Ball games, let's go give a rundown. One Piece World Seeker, I just don't give a fuck about that. Fairy Tail, I really watched the first 50 episodes. I didn't get to the point where people started complaining about it. It's it's pretty good, but I'm not so interested about it. Right? So we'll take that. Naruto Reborn Shinobi Strikers. That shit makes me depressed. Get that shit out of my face. The JoJo game. Again, I'm just really not interested. My Heroes 1 Justice. Fuck, that game existed. Black Clover. When was this game even made? Also, the Tokyo Ghoul game, apparently. It just showed up on my YouTube recommended feed, and that's how I remembered it. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? Who are the people who are making these games? Also, Jump Force. Like, one of the stupidest decisions has to be pretty much making Spike Chunsoft, a developer with a bad track record, work on Jump Force, their AAA title. They could give great treatment to Dragon Ball, but not to their big AAA title, which has multiple characters from Shonen Jump, which makes no sense to me. So, anime games as of late have just been low quality and dull, which just it doesn't make me interested anymore. It doesn't. Like, the last good anime game was pretty much Fighters. The last good anime game, which isn't Dragon Ball, I guess it's pretty much Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Like, fuck, that was a long time ago. Like, Jesus. So, like, can you blame me, bro? But now, like, after watching Glide's video, it made me have a fresh mindset on this. Like, it made me be like, okay, maybe I should give this game a fair chance, which I haven't been given. And I feel like, yeah, I don't regret the fact that I gave this game a fair chance, because it does look pretty promising. How so? It does look fun. Like, the combat and everything, I do hope it doesn't get boneless or it doesn't get repetitive. It doesn't feel boneless, but I do hope it doesn't get too bad match or too repetitive, and that you can get you can mix up more combos and more follow-up attacks, and you get like more stuff. Obviously, get more stuff like super attacks, right? Like, from what I've seen, it'd be like, okay, it can be a pretty fun combat when it needs to be, and I do hope that, you know, the grinding aspect of this game, since it is an RPG, I hope it is a fun grind. And I do hope that the other mechanics like fishing and Goku sticking a tail up his ass. I do hope the other mechanics like fishing or cooking or even third baseball, I do hope they are not gimmicks, and I do hope they are like not necessarily baseball, but like the other elements which are pretty much essential to the RPG aspect of the game. I just do hope that they aren't really plain gimmicks, and I do hope that they're actually essential to the gameplay, right? So besides that, one thing that I do like is that you are getting some more story elements to the game, like side missions which pretty much are stories, which wasn't there in the original story of Dragon Ball Z, which is pretty nice. And if it means I'm getting more slice of life elements, I am so down for that, because Dragon Ball Z, in my opinion, it has some of the best fillers. It's really fun and great slice of life elements. I feel like one of the big highlights of the Great Saiyaman arc, it has to be the whole slice of life element, because I just love that. And if I'm getting more of that slice of life stuff, Dragon Ball style, then I'm down for it, bro. So, and one aspect I'm curious about is that you do shift control of the characters. Like, first you'll be playing as Goku, later you'll be playing as Vegeta. One thing that I'm curious about is like how this works. Is this pretty much like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, where you experience the character's story through their own perspective, like Vegeta's through his perspective and Goku's through his perspective and all that, or is it just like select times? Because that's what I'm curious about, and like that Vegeta gameplay just made me curious about that. So, because if it's that, then I feel like that would make the experience of Dragon Ball much more fresh, and also that would be a welcome addition. So that's all I have to say about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, guys. So the answer, was I sleeping on this? I say yes and no. I think yeah, probably. Looking at how the game is, and it probably looks like a fun, pretty fun game, and it's made by Connect 2, you know, made those games. Like solid AP, like solid developers, and you know, Dragon Ball games lately have been getting great treatment. So it's just like, okay, perhaps I've been a bit too harsh on this game. I don't think I'm gonna cop it day one. I guess like week one, when you know a good amount of people played it, and also when they pretty much give their thoughts and opinions on it, along with reviews. I guess then that's when I decided to make the purchase. It is one of those games, like especially since it's getting added early 2020. I do hope it is a great start to 2020 as a gaming year. So that's my thoughts on it. What are your opinions on it? Let me know. I'll see you later. Peace.
I am sorry.